Hi, Divine Beings. KM here at the channel A Place Hawks Fly. And something crazy occurred to me. I got a new concept of the way I see it from Wayne Dyer. And doubt and failure, faith and results. And what I've concluded is the same. Doubt don't exist. And failure don't exist. It's the way we perceive and the meanings we put behind things. You either put your faith in what you want, or you put your faith in what you don't want. And you get the desired outcome of results from putting your faith in what you want or what you don't want. Doubt is just your brain trying to keep you safe and in comfortability because it knows that state of being, so it wants to keep you there. You have to realize that faith is all there is. Faith and results. Results that you like, we consider success. The results you don't like, you consider failure. But failure is actually non-existent because if you keep applying yourself, you will eventually be successful at anything. It's more of consistency. Just be consistent and persist in what you want to be true. And do it in a love space. And it even happens faster when you're in a space of love and flow and authenticity. So, what I've discovered is faith is key. Faith leads to results you want, but faith in what you want, not faith in what you don't want. Stop attracting what you don't want from doubt. The more you doubt things, you just attract more doubt, and you assume more doubt. And don't get me wrong, it's got its place. It actually helps you in a certain sense. It helps you keep repeating patterns that you don't want, and eventually, I guess you either accept those patterns and it helps you release them, or you get attached to them and it'll keep perpetuating it. But it can actually help you decide, it can actually show you what you don't want. That way you can actually go after what you do want. At least that's what it's done for me. Faith is strong. Faith is like love. Acceptance, faith, love, and peace. All of those go hand in hand in my opinion. Like I said, these are just my own experiences. You can take it for what it is. But I notice when you're consistent and persistent in things that go towards passion and go towards what your heart is desiring for you to experience, and you do it without resistance, it is so much easier to get there. And it's not even about actually getting anywhere. It just makes you feel like you know yourself, and to know yourself is to know God. That's what I've discovered, or rediscovered. There is no discovery. It's rediscover through revelations and remembrance. Because once you realize that you're just playing a simulated game that you chose to play, amnesia is part of it, because we want to remember who we are, and we do this through the simulation. It's more of a experience. Everything's experience, but you are not the experience. You are just the observer of the experience. You get to put the meaning behind it. So I say put faith in results before doubt and failure, because doubt and failure actually don't exist. There's only faith in results. And the more you persist in something, you'll get the results you want automatically. Sort of like when you're a kid, when you're first born. Kids, we need to go back to being like that. Kids, they are not afraid. They don't question themselves. They just like, ooh, I want to do something, so I do it. They just naturally go with the flow. That's why you have to keep them from putting their finger in the electrical sockets and stuff. They're fearless. That's what we forgot. As you get older and your ego gets programmed by our conscious society, collective conscious society, it starts to beat in you rules and regulations that literally keep you from being authentic. It literally keeps you in a drone-like state. Because everything, if you look at it, is a hypnotic state. You're practically keeping yourself in a hypnotic state. You can keep it where it benefits you by knowing that your identity is whatever you want to brainwash yourself in it to be. or you can brainwash your identity of believing these structures that these constructs that don't benefit you at all, or you can do the ones that benefit you. It's all up to you. It's literally like you have so many options, but we get caught in the, what is it, deer caught in the headlights thing, where we have so many options. We're like deer's caught in a headlight. We never make a decision. My thing for you is make a decision and put 100% focus on whatever decision you decide to make that goes along with your heart, that you can attach your mind to, in a sense, to navigate. But it all comes from the heart, and you have to take a leap of faith. It's like every time I want to do a YouTube video, I always go through this process of going back into an old pattern of fear or anxiety, of giving a shit what people think, and I really don't care. That's really not me being authentic. If you know me, I really don't care. I get caught in old stories. But my true authentic self is, I live in love, trust, truth, and light. And that's what I want to share. That's my gift to the world. It's just through my perspective. Love me, like me, or hate me, I don't care. As long as I can show value that helps someone, then great. Because I'm doing this to bring value, but I'm also doing this for me. Just my own personal growth, like an evolutionary thing. Where I can look back on this and see a person I was, but I get to see my evolution. Sort of like, characters from TV shows and all that. Or music. You see how like a band might start off a certain way, but as they are around for longer of time, their music starts to change. Or a character from a TV show, they start to really solidify themselves, and it just starts to change. You get to see their evolution. That's all we are in this life. We get to literally live out evolution, but we don't have to attach ourselves to it in a way that brings us suffering, because we are the one. It's not 90% of suffering is caused by you. It's literally all the suffering in the world is caused by oneself. It literally is. And I'm gonna make a video about being offended is actually a form of you bringing suffering upon yourself. That's gonna be a video for another time, but this is all about faith. Have the leap of faith, knowing that everything works out for you, not against you. You just have to have the assumption that it does, and you are immediately put in that energy field to experience that energy if you choose to just accept it and let it be naturally flowing. Don't resist it. Follow what your heart takes you. Sort of like that song, Listen to Your Heart. That's a good song, actually. Not my cup of tea of music, but that's a good song. And it's sort of like another thing, like the Dewey Cox story, like that song Beautiful Ride at the end of the movie. That's how I start looking at life now. Even the good and the bad, when you actually look at it for what it is, you realize that this whole experience of being human is beautiful. Even the worst, it makes you who you are at this moment in time. All my past, and I'll actually make a video of all my complete past. I'm thinking about doing a video about that too. But even my complete past from where I was to where I am now, it's like, that is an evolution of itself. And it's done nothing. I regret nothing. I'm a person that I've always had that outlook on life. I just never knew how to make it serve a right purpose. But I realize now, I have a revelation now that I've never been a person of regret. I've never been a person, I don't attach to things easy. I'm actually a lot more detached authentically, but it's a good detachment, not a bad detachment. I think people can get that confused. There is unhealthy detachment, and that's not here or there, not my area of expertise. But my detachment is actually a good one. Anyways, but my thing to you is faith in results. Don't worry about purpose. Don't worry about doubt or failures. Just fear and results, and be in the being of unconditional love of what you are, which is authenticity and flow. And literally, you'll see your world, your 3D world actually change, because your ego will look for evidence of this. And if you fully embody the energy and the thoughts that come with that energy, and knowing that you are just the observer of the experience, but you get to manipulate the experience and what you want it to be, you'll see it shift, and it is the most amazing thing. We literally don't have to judge anything. But I'll make another video on how being offended by something is actually you causing your own suffering. So have a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe. I always want feedback. Like, I love criticism. Good, bad, or indifference don't matter to me. Hey, it helps me either get better, grow, see something I didn't see before. So I'm all for it. So have a good day.